Hello and good morning. Welcome back to another vlog. We are making some breakfast. I'm in the kitchen with Grace. I think the skillet's ready. Did you mix up the eggs really good?
Yeah.
All right.
That's for me.
This is for you. I'm gonna have some toast and a protein shake. You can have some eggs, some toast, and some berries. There's our toast. You want raspberries?
And strawberries.
And strawberries, sure. We are watching the recording of the Frozen musical, which, fun fact, Disney during the pandemic hosted full recordings of a couple of their Disney Cruise Line musicals. There's Tangled, there's Frozen, and then I think they did like a snippet of Beauty and the Beast. So good, and it's free, and it's on YouTube. Like on the official Disney account. It's not like a slime tutorial, you know. So that's what we're watching this morning. Gracie breakfast, mommy breakfast. Grace calls the like stage musical versions of these Disney shows the one where they're acting. So there's, hey mom, can we watch Frozen, which is the animated movie, and hey mom, can we watch the Frozen one where they be acting, and that is this.
Bella can sleep in my room.
You wish that Bella could sleep in your room? Maybe someday you guys could have a sleepover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now post real breakfast, Grace is making me some breakfast in her Barbie house.
Mommy said toy food, not real.
These are toy foods, not real ones? Yes.
You just turned them.
Oh, I need another plate?
And you read that so much. This is for you, this is for Bella.
Oh, marshmallows for me and for Bella?
And Bella can share with Brewster.
And she can share with Bruiser.
Yeah.
That's very thoughtful, thank you. Ooh, I'll start with my orange juice.
This is about the hopeless.
Thank you. Get a little basket for my food.
You can bring it home, you right?
Oh, so I can bring my leftovers home. That's so smart. While we're playing this, I'm also doing my virtual check-in for my OB appointment today, which is at 10:30. So I'm leaving in like an hour. I told Steven this was gonna be a super quick appointment, and I am now 1 hour past my appointment time and still have not been seen. Finally in a room though, so progress. Oh my gosh, I'm done. I am finally done with my OBGYN appointment. They were running behind, which like, what can you do? But I was getting a little stressed because Steven is at home with Grace and it's Friday. It's a work day for him. He was just taking like an hour off this morning to watch Grace while I ran and did this. And by the time I get home, it's going to be closer to like 2.5 hours. But he said it's not a big deal, not to stress, that his meetings don't start until the afternoon. So all is well. But I am going to head home, not delay my arrival any longer. Most of these appointments I have scheduled during my work time when I have childcare, but this week we were filming 4 podcast episodes and a Schultzzie collective video, so there wasn't any time left where I could squeeze in an appointment, so Steven covered. But I think I only have like 7 appointments left in this pregnancy, because it's every 2 weeks now until I think the last 3 weeks, and then it's every week until my C-section. So this will not go on forever. All right, I'm back home with Grace, and we got Indian food for lunch. I got some chana masala and aloo matar and naan. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to eat this. I have been craving Indian food. Really, I've just been craving anything spicy, but especially like the last 48 hours maybe, I had a hankering for Indian food, and it is finally about to be fulfilled. I'm so excited. And usually I go mild for the spice. Today I said medium. I just want everything spicy right now, but I'm also realistic enough to know that the spicy will be too spicy for me, but medium, we're stepping it up. Perfection. Oh my gosh, that's spicy. Woo! Oh. My food is really spicy. I like it, but it's spicy. All right, I'm coming over to eat with you. All right, it is 1:40. I just got Grace down for her nap, and I have a meeting in 20 minutes. Get set up at my desk here and catch my breath because stairs, and I'll get prepped for this meeting. We are doing a pre-production call for a really big video that we're working on. Very excited to tell you that we are bringing back my Recreating Celebrity Photos series, and these are just some of my favorite videos to make. They're so fun, they're so collaborative, they're a lot of work and just a lot of planning and logistics beforehand, but such a fun thing to create. And this is gonna be our first time doing a video like this as the collective. So this video is gonna be me, Ryan, Paloma, Kenzie, and Jaden. Each of us recreating a celebrity photo that we are inspired by, that we think is interesting. And then we're also gonna do one as a group. So the past couple weeks, we've all been sending our photo ideas on Slack. And then on the call today, we're gonna narrow it down and actually make the final decisions about which photos we're gonna recreate in this video. And then from there, we can do all the rest of the planning and logistics, figuring out the outfits and the sets, working with Tony, our photographer, on the lighting and the production design and just everything that goes into these photos. So since I have a little bit of time here before the call, I'm gonna go through all the photos everyone sent on Slack of their like top contenders, just to kind of refresh my memory a little bit. Okay, meeting starts in 3 minutes. I'm in. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna grab a LaCroix from the fridge. Key lime flavor. Hello, how are you? Hey. Oh, Rachel, I think you're on mute.
Hello.
Yay, there you are.
All right. Well, speaking of an old favorite,
yes.
Talk about recreating celebrity photos?
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm so excited for this video. And the fact that this is gonna be my last one before my maternity leave, like, I feel like I'm gonna go out with a bang.
The Shakira one, she would fucking murder.
Yeah.
Like, destroy. Purposes, I should do Courtney just because I'm constantly getting compared to her. And it would be funny. And that could be kind of like the thing, you know, like just giving the people what they want because everyone always compares me to her.
All right, Ryan. Ryan sent some good ones.
So Ryan does have a very strong preference, and I'm sure you guys can guess it's nipples Rihanna.
Yes.
And then let's look at all these side by side before we finalize. Okay. All right, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, Grace is up from her nap. I am cutting up some bell pepper for her. That's what she wants to have for a snack today. Braxton Hicks contraction. Okay. Braxton Hicks contractions are basically practice contractions that your body does, not real labor, that happen as you approach the end of your pregnancy. For some people, they even start like in the second trimester, and they don't hurt, at least for me. It's just like kind of an uncomfortable tightening. Kind of takes my breath away for a second. They haven't been happening all that often to me yet, and usually more so when I'm like doing a lot of physical activity. You have a present for me? Did you pick that for me? Oh, Grace, I love it. Thank you so much. Should I put it in my ear? Like that? Thank you. Grace got me a flower. Do you want some hummus to dip the bell pepper in? No? Do you want some pita bread with it or just bell pepper? All right, that's for Grace. That's for me. And this is for later. Yeah, I cut some extra so we can have it maybe tomorrow. Here I come. Bella wanna come look with us? Good. Breezer! Oh, maybe she's taking a nap. Grace wanted to come outside and look for some snails. So that's what we're doing. See any in there?
That's one.
You see one?
Right here.
Over here? Any over here?
How about the house? No.
No.
How about that's so what is this?
That is not a snail. That is a dead worm.
That no.
Yeah. You know what, hun? I think this time of day all the snails are sleeping. But I'll tell you what, we can keep looking because I'm having fun just walking around. And we can come back out again tonight when it's dark. And I bet there'll be so many snails. What do you think? But we can keep looking. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe we'll find one. And who are you?
Cinderella.
Cinderella? Are those your glass slippers?
I'm gonna be my prince.
Who's gonna be your prince? It could be me, or we could wait till Daddy comes down in a couple minutes. Here comes the prince.
May I have a dance, Cinderella? Do 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 do. The clock struck midnight.
You gotta run away.
Sorry, I need to go.
Where are you going? Don't lose one of your slippers.
Oh no! You forgot one of your slippers. Oh no!
Oh no,
All right, it is about 6:30. I am all cozied on the couch with Bruiser. Got my laptop set up, got my Kindle out, getting ready for my virtual book club at 7. We started doing this in the fall with like basically all of the women on my mom's side of the family who were interested. So like my mom and my sister-in-law, my cousins, my aunts, and every month we read a book together and then we meet and we chat about it. And this is like the first legit book club I've ever been in. So it's been really fun and also just like a fun excuse to chat more with my family. So that is what we are doing tonight. Hi, Bruzy. Oh, hey, Bruzy girl. And Stephen and Grace actually just left for the evening. They're going over to his parents' house for dinner. Since I was gonna be busy doing this, they decided to pop over there for a little bit. Oh my goodness, you're such a baby right now. And I figured while I'm like in the book club mindset, it would be a fun time to set up the camera and chat with you guys about what I've been reading lately. Since I got my Kindle, I have been reading more than ever. I read 16 books this month in January, which is like way more than I intended. My goal for this year is to read like 2 to 4 books a month. Obviously this month went a little overboard. I think part of it was just like the excitement of having a Kindle and like binge reading again and not just listening to audiobooks and just how freaking fast I read on this thing. And also I got sick at the beginning of the month and resting in bed was like perfect reading time. So I read a lot this month and I thought it would be fun to go over some of my favorite things that I read, the different categories. It was a pretty good mix of historical fiction, nonfiction, and like cheesy romance books, which I haven't been a cheesy romance book girly since I was in like high school and college. But Kenzie recommended a couple to me and I really liked them. They're a fun time. So my favorite in each of those categories, historical fiction, no question, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. 5 out of 5 stars. This book was just absolutely fantastic and I couldn't put it down. The ending had me so emotional, but it also wasn't one of those books where it's like the ending makes it worth it. Like the journey through the entire book had me like gripped at every page. Cannot recommend it enough. Which brings me to the best nonfiction book that I read this month, which was The Second World War by Anthony Beevor. This book is long and it's dense, but it is a comprehensive history of World War II. And I really wanted to read this after reading The Nightingale because that's set in World War II, primarily in France. And I realized that the scope of my understanding and knowledge of World War II is like pretty limited. And I realized that there's a lot about like the surrounding countries during World War II that I don't know about. And that's what I really liked about this book is it didn't just talk about what was going on in Europe, but really how so many countries were affected and so many people and just so many things that I didn't know and that I didn't learn about in school. And then on a completely different note, my favorite romance book that I read last month was The 7-Year Slip. This was a really fun and easy read, but it also had elements of it that were deeper than just like it's a romance book in terms of touching on grief and depression. And it's also just a cute romance story. It had me invested. And it also has a more unique element that I liked of time travel, actually. But it's not like a sci-fi book. Like there's nothing they have to figure out about the time travel. Like the mechanics of it aren't really explained or important. There's just a little sprinkle of time travel in there and I thought it worked. And then the book that we read for book club last night that we're gonna be discussing tonight was actually probably one of my least favorite books of the month. It was Distant Shores by Kristen Hanna, and it just wasn't for me. Like I really didn't like the ending, but I also wasn't super invested throughout the journey. I didn't really connect with the characters. Honestly, like 2 stars. So I'm interested to see what everyone else thought because all the other book club books I've been pretty enthusiastic about. This one just wasn't for me. And it's interesting too because it's Kristen Hanna, who's the same author that I said was like responsible for this amazing, beautiful masterpiece of The Nightingale. And then also another one of my favorite books I read this month also was by her, The Great Alone, which is another historical fiction. It's set in Alaska in the 70s and just, oh my God, fantastic book. Like chef's kiss. And then I read Distant Shores and I was like, this is different. And then I'm currently reading and actually just about to finish The Book Thief, which is another historical fiction that is, you know, very widely loved and critically acclaimed. Also set in World War II. If you couldn't tell, I kind of went down a rabbit hole after The Nightingale. And this has been a great read. I see why it's like so, you know, widely loved and critically acclaimed. But I will say just the story structure of this book hasn't held my attention in quite the same way that a lot of the other historical fiction books have. And then once I finish this book, which I might finish it tonight, I think I probably will finish it tonight, I have my next book planned and in the lineup. Next, I'm gonna be reading 11/22/63 by Stephen King. I have never read a single Stephen King book, but I've heard great things about this one. And it also has an element of historical fiction and time travel. Two things I enjoyed in books last month, and also an author that is just so widely loved. So I'm excited for that. And then I'm also wanting to read, you can make fun of me all you want, but Star Wars Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir. Dooku Jedi Lost was legitimately one of my favorite books that I read last year. And so many of the Star Wars novels just hit. Like, I forget what the Padme one is called, but I read it a couple years back. So good. So I'm also probably gonna read that next month. And then nonfiction wise, I wanna read Bad Blood, Secrets and Lies in a Silicon Valley Startup. This is about Elizabeth Holmes and the company Theranos, which is a fascinating story. And I've heard that this is a really great book about all of that. And then romance book wise, I want to read Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This book is like stupid popular online. Like everybody talks about it. It's all over TikTok. I looked it up on Goodreads and it has like almost 1 million reviews, which for context, the Star Wars book I want to read has like 4,000 reviews. And I submitted for a loan for this on Libby like months ago, and it's finally almost my turn. I think it was like a 10-week wait, and it says I have a week left. So I'm planning on reading that soon. I read another Emily Henry book last month, Happy Place, and I enjoyed it. You know, it's nothing like too serious, but the characters have really good banter and dialogue, and they feel very real and grounded in a way that I feel like some romance books can get very like lofty and too serious. Like these characters felt real and fleshed out, and I was really rooting for them. So I'm excited to read another one of her books, see if this one lives up to the hype. And then I will also read whatever is chosen up next for book club, which is starting soon. So I need to get on. The way we pick the next book for book club is a random name is drawn a week before, and then that person gets to pick the next book, or they can like present some options to the group to choose from. So this time it is my cousin's wife, my cousin-in-law, Joanna. She is gonna tell us what we're reading. So I'm gonna jump on the Zoom for book club, and I will see you after. Oh, also, let me know your thoughts on any of the books that I just talked about if you've read them. And also let me know in the comments what you're currently reading, or what is on your reading list for the next month. And if you want to see more reading content, because I've definitely been a reading girly in 2024 so far, and I want to keep it going. Yay! Just finished book club and it was great. Honestly, just like discussing the book with everyone made me like it more, even though we were all like pretty much on the same page of like this one not being our favorite and having a lot of issues with the decisions of the characters. Just all like diving into it together and talking about it made me feel more positively about the book looking back on it. And we have our next book picked. It is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I checked on Libby, which is like a free library app where I get pretty much all of my books. But this one has a 14-week wait, and our next meeting is in 3 weeks. So we'll definitely be buying this one on Kindle. But I've only actually like bought a couple books so far on Kindle because the like Libby app has pretty much everything. And usually I don't mind waiting for a book, even if it does have a longer wait. Oh, and you know what? Stephen and Grace tried to FaceTime me while I was in book club, so I'm gonna try and FaceTime them back now. Hello!
At home?
I am at home.
I think I'm not couch.
I'm on our couch. Where are you?
I'm almost home.
You're almost coming home?
She's begging to go home. She's like, I want to go home with my mommy and lay in bed with her.
Oh, did you have fun?
Yeah.
You want to show the pizza Grandpa made you?
Grandpa made you that pizza? I just finished book club.
We'll be home soon.
All right, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. That was so sweet. I had told Grace before they left, because she was asking if we could have a sleepover tonight, if she could sleep in the bed with me. And I had told her, yes, you know, go have fun with Dad at Grandma and Grandpa's. And then when you get home, we'll cuddle up in bed together. And then I told Steven, like, you can stay up late and play video games. And Grace and I will just have a little girls' night. And Steven said that that was, you know, very present in her mind while they were there. They had fun, but she kept saying that, you know, was it time to go home and cuddle in bed with Mommy, which, oh, is just so sweet. It makes me want to cry and also makes me want her here right now so we can cuddle up in bed together. Steven said they'll be back here in like 20 minutes, so not too far away. All right, one last thing I want to do in this vlog before we wrap it up, before I go to bed with my sweet little toddler. So I did a same day delivery from Sephora. I literally placed this order during Grace's nap today, and it's already here, so I figured we'll do a little haul. The Sephora same day delivery is honestly clutch. Like, it's just $6.95 flat for the whole order, at least in my area, and it's not like shipped to you. It's picked up from a store in your area by a courier and then brought to your house. So like, it's more like DoorDash for makeup, but I feel like that price for delivery is not too bad. And when I want something more immediate than like ordering it online and getting it shipped to my house, but I also don't have time to go into the store, this has been great. And really, I placed this order as a same day delivery for one reason and one reason only, and that is hair oil. I have been out of hair oil for a couple days now, and I just kept saying that I would go to the store, and then I didn't. And I was like, let's just place the order. I put oil in my hair like pretty much every day. I feel like it helps a lot with the frizz and taming flyaways, kind of smoothing everything out, especially on like second and third day hair refreshes. The one I got is this Kerastase Paris oil. This had great reviews, and it seemed like a pretty good sized bottle. And in the product description, it said this one is good for wet or dry styling. The one I was using previously, I brought out here too, was the Kenra Luxe Shine Oil. I did really like this. It just ran out and I couldn't find a replacement anywhere soon enough, and like, it was good, but it wasn't that great, so figured I would give something new a try that I could get delivered today. And then since I was placing the order anyways, I was like, well, there are a couple other things on my list. A new mascara that is not waterproof, because I've been using a waterproof mascara. It's the one I got in the Alex Earl video, and waterproof mascara is good if I'm like, I need it to stay and I'm worried about it dripping, but it also just kind of makes my lashes kind of clumpy and dry. So I wanted to get just a regular good old mascara for every day. So I got this Lancome one. Let's see. There she is. Like today, I just didn't want to deal with like the way my eyelashes feel with that waterproof mascara, so I didn't wear mascara. But also I would have liked the look of mascara today, just something that was like a little easier to wear. And then I got this Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. This stuff is pretty expensive, so I don't use it with every wash. I probably use this like once or twice a month when I feel like my hair needs that, you know, extra more deep condition, kind of bring some hydration back in, and I feel like my hair is due for that, but I'm all out. And lastly, I have been hemming and hawing on this. It's funny, also since the Alex Earl video when I got that waterproof mascara, but I did get the Drunk Elephant Bronzy Drops. I tried these in the video, but I didn't keep them because we only got one, and like these just looked so stunning on Ryan. We were like, Ryan, you have to keep these. And I didn't think I would miss them. I wasn't planning on repurchasing it for myself, but lately I've been really wanting to have this in my routine, and both for when I'm wearing and not wearing makeup, to add that kind of bronzy glow. And I've become really obsessed with like the MAC Strobe Cream that I tried for that video, and the way it combines with like a tinted moisturizer. And I feel like layering the bronzy drops under that combination is just gonna be like next level. So when I saw that these were in stock, because they are like always sold out, I grabbed them. Or should I say, I added it to my basket and the courier grabbed them. So yeah, this is my little Sephora haul. I'm gonna go put these away, wash my face, take the dogs out, get everything ready for when Steven and Grace get home. And that is gonna be it for this vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with another one. Bye.
We found a snail.